All right, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, g'day, we're back. Sorry, that was high pitch as fuck.
G'day, mate.
Start that. Okay.
Let's just jump right into it.
Let's just jump right in.
Let's just jump right into it.
Guys, we are back.
Hello.
Wow.
Happy Tuesday.
Australia's
To all the
most
folks out
hated podcast is back.
there. Don't care.
You know, big weekend.
Move on.
Whole new episode of Doctor Who came out. We said our opinion, and you guys didn't like our opinion. But you know what? We move on.
Good.
And,
Didn't want you to like it. Next.
We're gonna reflect on that episode being Dot and Bubble very shortly. We're gonna see if our opinions have changed on that episode, as we always do.
And we're going to judge all your opinions.
Yeah, you guys
just
can come at
as
us.
kindly as you guys all judged ours.
Are we gonna be bitchy today? Are we gonna be?
I'm over it. Just kind of like
Yeah,
whatever.
About 70 to 75 comments all saying the same thing. It was real good, but
Yeah, you suck. Your opinion's terrible.
There was a lot going on in the comments today.
Send
but
in hate from England.
either way,
Thank you.
I appreciate people interacting with the pod. I hope you've still stuck around, even if you disagree with what we thought last week. But yeah, so we're going to do our updated opinions on Dot and Bubble. We're going to laugh at your opinions of Dot and Bubble. And then we're going to go and preview Rogue.
Yes.
Which is next week's episode.
Yes.
Are we feeling excited for the agenda today, Connor?
I'm a bit down from the last review. I won't lie to you, but sure.
What was it? It was stinky, wasn't it?
Yeah, it kind of sucked.
Just going through that comment section, just
felt
going
like
stinky.
everyone. I had to stop looking at it after a while.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, what good is this doing me?
I got rid of Twitter.
It was just making me feel bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just got to stop looking. So I stopped looking.
I did that, and then I put on Inside Out. I was like, I need
What you came for?
some nice
Inside
escape.
Out too.
Yeah, turn me outside in.
Outside in.
That's what they should call it.
That would have been a good.
Outside in.
Would have been a good.
What does that mean? I don't know, but
You'll find out when you watch it in cinemas.
guys,
Out
if you still want to hear more from us, we're the 50 Cent Doctor Who podcast. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. And whether you like it or not, we're here to stay. And every Wednesday we preview. Every Saturday we review.
Is it Tuesdays now?
Oh yeah, it might be Tuesdays now. Yeah. We dropped on Tuesday.
I think that worked last week.
Yeah, okay. So every Tuesday we preview, every Saturday we review, and you tell us we're wrong.
I like the most hated Australian podcast. I like that.
You like being Australia's most hated podcast?
I don't like it. I like the word.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50%. Cat.
I thought it was funny that you said that. That's what I was trying to say.
I'm a bit of a funny guy, you know.
You are. I'm glad you're making me feel better about it.
Yeah, you just got to laugh. You know, guys, at the end of the day, all right, remember we're here. We do these reviews fresh. We don't have a chance to think about these bloody episodes much more than our little walk down to the shed,
Which is about a minute.
Yeah, so not long.
And we don't talk to each other about it.
Yeah,
either.
we don't know what the general consensus is online or anything like that. And the other thing is, you know, we're just doing this for a laugh, for a bit of fun. So let's not all be so serious.
Yeah,
I
I get there is an argument where it's like, well, you should hold back and compose your thoughts. But I say no to that.
I say yes.
I say no.
I say yes to more views from an instant review.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
I joked last week. I said I got kids to feed.
Yeah,
I got a family to feed, and that person replied, "Well, they're going to go starving because this series sucks." And I said, "It was a joke, you stupid prick."
But one thing I will say on our behalf is, maybe we spiraled a little bit last week. I was calling out Russell T Davies. I was like, the RIP Doctor Who. It's fucked. But, we're still laughing through the pain.
Okay, yeah, I do want to address that real quick. I did see some people kind of jump on the bandwagon that were hashtag RIP Doctor Who, which that entire hashtag is surrounded in racism and transphobia and homophobia and sexism. If you really think that's what we stand for here, then I don't know what to say to you. I think it was clearly a joke. If you didn't see that, then I don't know what to say to you.
You know, at the same time, let's get talking about updated thoughts on Dot and Bubble.
Rip and
Doctor
then we
Who.
get to rip into the audience, my favourite bit of the week. Updated thoughts, do you want to go first? I know you kind of tweeted about it, but...
Yeah, well, I've actually got quite a bit to say because I've really pondered on this because it was, at the time of recording, at the time of recording the review, I could tell that there was some stuff that I hadn't processed yet. And I knew specific things that sort of hadn't worked, but I wasn't sure why it hadn't worked for me. And now I've had some time to sort of think about it. So I'm going to read some of what I have to say, and then we'll bounce to you, and then we'll come back because I do have like quite a bit to go through here.
Sounds good.
Okay, off the bat, I'm just going to say I'm going to upgrade it to a 6 because I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as I thought it was.
So you went from a 4 to a 6.
I gave it a 4. You gave it a 3.
Shit.
So I'm upgrading mine to a 6. I like what they're going for. I really like the dark ending and the subtlety of the racist commentary throughout. I think that stuff's really, really great. Like I think what Russell wanted to do was a really good conceit. I love the final scene, from the score to the cinematography, and obviously the performances. There's this really good shot that I find so foreboding, and it's such a simple shot, but probably my favorite in the episode. It's just the shot of it's like from the exterior of the gate opening before the boat comes out. And yeah, I really love that shot.
With the waterfall as well.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah.
It's really some intense shit. But yeah, okay, off the bat, I want to say the reason that I was probably a bit too harsh on it was because the ending, I think, despite it being an incredible scene and the best scene in the episode, I think how I felt after the ending left like a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, because alone it's really great, but in context, I think it needed a bit more work. So originally I thought maybe it's because I wish we'd explored the ending more, and then people gave me a lot of shit being on Twitter, like everyone saying the same thing to me, saying, you know, we don't have to explore everything. Sometimes stuff's best. Sometimes it's good to just let people die. Didn't you learn that
last week, Aiden? Stop contradicting yourself.
I know. But so I get that, and I get why people don't want to dive too deep into that stuff. Sure, and I actually really like it. I like the idea of not diving too deep into it. So maybe that's not what the episode needed. But I want to read this tweet from our friend Jeremy.
Yeah, far away.
Because I thought he probably put it best and made me realize why it didn't work for me.
Okay.
Yep. I think the ending character reveal was a little weak. It would have worked better if a character we rooted for turned out to be an awful person.
Yes.
Whereas this episode asks, what if an already unlikable character was also a racist?
Yes.
So I think for me, what I really needed was just some character development, because the big thing is this episode ends the way it started, and I know like people are out there saying like, well, we don't want to make the racist not racist. Like we want to make them. Some people are just bad. Mm-hmm. Right, and that was sort of part of the conceit of this episode, right?
Bad person is more bad than you thought.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas what I think would be more interesting would be for it to be a bad person, for Lindy, I think.
Lindy Pepperbean?
Yeah. For her to be a bad person throughout the whole episode.
Yes.
But we start to see a good side of her. And there's an argument that there's some character development there where she stops using the...
She literally, the scene before lets Ricky September die.
I know, but like... I think what Rossa wanted to do was show her weaning her way off of technology, and like that's her character work, which I don't think is character work. Like I wouldn't make a bloody movie about me quitting Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I think if we had some character work that would make her think, oh, she's not as bad as we thought, and then at the end it's like, oh no, she is as bad as we thought, then I think that would be a much more interesting story and would make that ending work more for me. Because like I said, the ending works incredible on its own, but I just think like, yes, there's a twist that it's racism there, but I think a bigger twist would be like a deeper character twist where you've started to really like her and you really root for her, and then you're so conflicted because you're like, fuck, she's terrible. She deserves to go down the bloody waterfall. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm going for?
I do get what you mean, yeah.
You talk a little bit, mate.
I completely second everything you just said. I completely agree with that. I rewatched it today. So today's Monday. We watched it on Saturday, so it's been a good 2 days.
Yeah, seen it twice then?
I've seen it twice.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I just felt really just gloom watching it, because I'm just like, I just felt like I was just like walking through like the dog door, like, you know, like on my hands and knees, like you sinful man.
We've been in the doghouse, mate.
Yeah, we have been. It's like, get back in there. And I watched it and I put it off for as long as I could, but I definitely wanted to rewatch it. Well, no, that's a lie. I didn't want to rewatch it because I felt really sad. But I was like, I have to rewatch it because I know I'm doing the preview pod and it deserves... I don't think it would be fair for me to come on here and not have rewatched it.
So have your thoughts changed?
Sure, they've changed a little bit. I'm going from a 3 to a 5. I think I'm completely slap bang in the middle of this episode. Mm-hmm. I couldn't help but feel watching it that I kind of felt, I've never had this before, pressure to almost like it more than I should.
Yeah, that's a hard one, isn't it? When people are telling you, like, no.
I don't know what to say.
When people are out there saying, like, no, this is really great, you just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, well.
You just don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but I don't know what else to say other than, like, I don't think I could have loved the last 2 episodes more. I've loved that. I've loved those episodes more than any episode of Doctor Who in such a long time. I do think that we are positive people on this show. I'm trying to be positive about things. I'm not trying to be negative. I don't enjoy it. It can be a bit fun sometimes, but it's a bit of a joke. It's not meant to be putting people down. I agree. I second everything you said, basically.
I don't enjoy putting out negative content. Like, you have no idea, like, while that episode was uploading, how much I was just like in my head, like, fuck, I hate just putting that much negativity into the world.
It wasn't fun.
Like it's fun to take the piss at times, and I think we did that a little bit in the episode. But at the end of the day, when we're just like shitting on something, at the end of the day, we didn't like the episode.
No.
So and so that's what you can't expect us to say we did like it. We're not those guys. Like, what we're trying to do here is something that's a little bit different, and that we will just say our piece.
It did confuse me how people were saying, like, again, I shouldn't really care, but like people were like, I can't tell when you guys are not joking and stuff. I don't know. That's not really what I thought we were kind of, I don't think we did that here. I thought people would understand that. And that played with me a little bit. But yeah, I think this episode honestly is just so slap bang in the middle for me. I don't really love the idea. I think I definitely was too harsh on it. That I can admit.
Yeah, I'll admit we were harsh.
I think I was just, sometimes you just watch episodes not in a great mood. I had to go to work for like 8 hours afterwards. I was not looking forward to it. I was not in a good mood. I had to wake up early.
Yeah.
I watched it, and then I honestly just think sometimes you can watch episodes and you're just maybe just not in a good headspace. And every time you think of the episode, you remember the time when you first watched it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was. I didn't enjoy being a negative. It seemed like you couldn't win almost, because like you say you love it and people shit on you, and I say I didn't love it and then people shat on it. And it's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm really not. I love the show. I don't know why we've been doing this for 4 years in like a couple of days. I don't know why people think that would be a big commitment to just do a hateful show for 4 years.
I mean, people do it.
You know? Do they really?
Oh yeah, there's those rats that are the racists and the homophobes.
Yeah, I think they do other stuff, not to defend them, not to defend them, but I think they do other stuff as well. But yeah, sure. You know, I think it's just so down the middle. I do still agree that scene would have been so much more impactful in a better episode. I think I hadn't seen that comment from Jeremy. Again, I was staying away from stuff. I completely agree with that as well. I think the Linda Pepperbean character is like purposely extremely annoying.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But it did get under my skin a little bit.
I think we just needed to find something in her to root for. But it's like, even when she was being weaned off technology, she was still just the same. There was no character development. And I'm a big character guy.
I get that. I understand that. I
watch TV and movies more for character than plot. And so, yeah, to sort of have an episode that didn't really do anything character-wise was a bit of a struggle for me, other than just saying that these people are bad.
No, I get it. Like, and I think Hallie Cook, who played Lindy Pepperbean, was great. I think
she was.
Millie and Shooty were a great standout as well.
And
I'm sorry, I missed
shout out to
Mr. Holmes.
I definitely appreciated his direction a lot more in this episode on the second time.
Yeah, he did a cracking job.
I think I was just angry that we got two very Dr. Lie episodes. I know he's in this a lot more than 73 yards, but it's just like we've just gotten Shooty and it feels like we've been kept away from him a little bit, which I found very annoying.
Yeah. I do think the scheduling this season has been a bit of the wrong decision, the way they put these two episodes back to back. I do, but that's a larger
yeah,
conversation.
I get what you mean. I don't know how it maybe was originally done and how it was maybe originally planned. We know Devil's Claw most probably wasn't meant to be episode 2. I don't know what.
But now people are saying it was. I don't know. We can only guess here.
Whatever. It's just I think the episode for me is just fine. It's just some episodes just aren't your cup of tea.
Yeah. I'm just going to rattle through.
I'm sorry for my sins, everybody.
I'm going to rattle through a couple of quick points here just to finish off this conversation.
Yeah.
I think the kids are unrealistically dumb, and that takes me out of the episode. They say things like, "I'm so stupid," so many times throughout the episode, and it's like, I just think that's silly dialogue writing. Like, just people literally saying, "I'm so stupid" is
I also
silly.
hate that. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you line. It's like, I get they're trying to make you be like, they're just so stupid and rich and racist. I get it. I get it. But I don't like it.
The social media commentary, I think, is something we've all heard before and seen in different stuff plenty of times. The step out of your bubble analogy would have been much more better had Lindy changed after stepping out of her bubble. You could still keep the same ending, but have her come across as a better person in the second act.
Yeah.
just looking at fancy Zoom screens for half an episode is really boring. Especially given how much of that we've had as a result of COVID.
Yeah.
And then this wasn't as a result of that.
That's a really great point.
And to be honest, man, when I rewatched it, I just spent the whole episode just waiting for that final scene.
Yeah. Bro, I honestly completely second everything you say. I completely agree with everything that you just said. I think this series has been very rare. We've agreed. We've almost like had the exact same opinion about everything in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I agree.
I'm not salty about the episode. I'm a little bit salty about the context of everything that went down over the last 48 hours. But
It
hey,
kind of sucked, but oh well.
we're okay. Let's have a bit of fun though, mate. Let's pick up. We've had our little serious talk.
Well, that's all right then.
Let's get a little bit crazy and go through what you guys have to think of the episode. It's time for upgrade or delete.
Upgrade in progress.
So this is the segment where we get you guys to send in your thoughts, and we're going to react to them. We're going to either upgrade them or delete them. If Connor can find the buttons.
Sorry, a little bit flimsy sometimes.
All right, so let's start off with the oldest listener of all time, the ancient one, the one who waits, sometimes we call them. Dylan says, sometimes the people you save turn out to be monsters as well, and everything needs a big exploration. People are just horrible sometimes.
Yes.
I think that's a great part of the episode.
Sure.
I think there was a part of me at one point that wanted to dive deeper. I think I put out a tweet saying I wish we'd explored the ending a bit more. But I think, no, it's the right call to leave it this sort of ambiguous ending.
And people replied this.
Why does he travel with someone as stupid as you?
Yep.
Why do I watch someone as stupid as you?
Josh at Wheelie Boy says, is there anything lower than a delete? Oh, so Josh, not a fan, I think.
Yes.
Adam
It's not
says,
just us. Who knew?
Adam says the slugs were the MVP of the story.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I came to like them more.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on the VFX now?
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, it passes, does
I
the
feel like
trick.
if I say I don't like it, I'm going to have my head put on a spike. Sorry.
Starship Elves says, it was an episode that could have been filmed in my home office studio with a green screen. Interesting but forgettable. I already forgot how it was concluded.
That I did read that one, and I do agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a yes.
Yeah. A certified Axon enjoyer says, I'm a proud, patriotic, dot and bubble enjoyer. I think its depiction of racism is genuinely more subtle and nuanced than some are giving it credit. It's the episode Rosa wishes it was, which I found quite disrespectful and misguided in its messaging. Nuclear bomb versus coughing baby.
I don't know how to reply to that.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I don't know if it's my place to say.
yeah, I enjoy Rosa. I
Yeah, me too. Yep.
never sort of found a problem with it, but I'm sure it has its critics out there.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I guess the point of me putting this one in there was I enjoyed the subtlety of it.
Yeah.
I think Russell has struggled with a lot of his messaging has been a little bit too on the nose, and so I appreciate that this one is so subtle that it actually benefits on repeat viewings.
Yeah,
Like there's almost like, whoa, like, you know, there's some stuff that you pick up on. For me, a lot of the stuff that was the racist stuff throughout the episode, I thought was purely just like these guys are outliers that aren't from our world.
Yeah, I'll admit that as well. I admit, like, you know, I admit I maybe didn't pick up on it as much as our incredibly smart audience. I did now on the second watch. It was early. I was tired. I didn't know. I didn't really pick up on it.
Yeah, you don't need to defend yourself, mate. We all watch TV in different ways. Some
I
of
do
us
get it now. Thank you, Aiden.
I'm not a quote person. Like there's people that can watch movies and can come out and quote everything. I can't do that.
Do you butcher quotes sometimes?
I butcher quotes all the time. I've never been a quote person, and that I've seen some people saying like, "Oh, people's media literacy, people just don't listen if they're not picking up on this stuff."
Right.
Some people saying people are actually racist if they didn't pick up on this stuff, and I just think that's stupid.
Yeah, that
stupid
is
calls.
stupid.
I think people just take in media differently, and it's okay to not be on the edge of every line of dialogue.
Yeah, that argument's like, if you didn't see it, it's probably because you are.
Yeah, you
that
are what
person.
they're talking about.
And I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
I'm sure people would disagree with
bloody
that.
came up in the last
I'm
48
sorry.
hours, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not. It's not even
Who
worth a
fucking
thought.
knew Dot and Bubble was going to be this controversial?
I know. Fuck, I hate it. I don't like being the bloody controversial
I'm
channel
sorry,
either.
I'm really trying to be.
I like to be a distraction and have a bit of fun.
We have so much fun on these previews. I'm really not trying to be like that down.
Yeah, we got to shake it up. Shake it up.
I'm
Right,
sorry.
shake it up. Get those shoulders. Get them moving.
Can
Can we take a big breath? Take a big breath so we can reset. Finding my landmine zen.
I like that line, actually. You do know quotes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sorry, listener, I just squealed and burst your headphones.
Ooh.
All right, Sean McIntyre, maybe, says, my generally racist, I love this one, my generally racist conservative father did not like 73 Yards. Wow. I loved it. He grew up watching Tom Baker, so for him, it wasn't really Doctor Who without the Doctor, but he loved Dot and Bubble. He said he was happy to see the Doctor back and liked that it was otherwise a normal adventure. I think the commentary on racism went right over his head, but I applaud RTD for being able to get that message in front of him, and who knows, maybe deep down inside, something will resonate.
Okay, great. Like,
I love that.
that's, again, like, maybe this episode just wasn't made for me. Like, if it did had that reaction to other people, then cool.
Yeah, but once, like, I think you've got to give Russell all the credit for addressing the issues he does. Like, even when he gets a little bit on the nose,
Yeah.
I think it's great that he still puts his best foot forward doing this stuff. But I think this is a great example of sometimes the people that you're trying to put these messages across to might roll their eyes. But this episode did it in such a subtle way that I think it can actually make a difference.
It was about you.
Isaac_HS says, I loved it, lol. I did think the exaggerated, I don't know how to walk by myself stuff was too much, but after seeing the ending, I get now that it's making fun of racists for not knowing how to think for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think the walking thing was kind of silly.
Yeah, I think it was a little too much, but
I think it was a little bit. That's a good way of putting it. I think it was a little bit too much.
yeah, like walking into the polls and stuff, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, is this play school?
I think it's a bit. Yeah, I think it's a bit extreme. You know, but that's the point.
Oliver Fuss says, at first I didn't like this episode, but after sitting with it, it's got some great commentary on racism that's very subtle. Once you watch the end scene, the whole episode changes into something far darker.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is big yes. I put this one in here because I thought it's just another example of like, we come down straight after we watch these, and we said this already, but we come down straight after. We don't have time to process it sometimes and actually think about some of the small things that Russell's done to make this episode work. But yeah, I definitely agree.
I agree. Yep.
And it's awesome to have something like that benefits from repeat viewings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Akiba says, this was a true science fiction, like Brave New World. The concept of studying racism in a future society is right out of the Daleks, which I like.
What's the first Brave New World? You said
Brave New World. I think that's a Star Trek thing.
Oh, okay.
I think that's one of the Star Trek shows.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it's
I feel a little uneducated.
You feel uneducated?
A little uneducated in answering that, but
no, I think it's one of those things like Doctor Who's always done commentary.
Right.
And like if you look straight back to the Daleks, like that's obviously a commentary on that.
On the Nazis.
On the Nazis and all that. So yeah, I think that's a really good comparison there. Yes. Our man Rick says, I find this fascinating because for most of the time we're very similar in our opinions, but we're totally on different pages here, different books even. I love this episode. No notes. So far, my favorite episode of the season.
Well, that's all right then.
Well, that's all right then. I liked how civil that was.
Yeah, thank you for that.
That was like we're on different pages.
Kill yourself.
I didn't mean. I'm trying to find stupid as you. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry.
You want this one?
Why does he
Yes.
trouble with someone as stupid as you?
Who are you aiming that at?
Our audience want to ask. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes we're all on different pages, and that's okay. Like, I don't think we're ever going to change our page just to fit with what the audience wants us to say. But yes,
despite how much I wanted to.
Thank you, listeners. That was a terrible time today, just having to go through the comments and pull these out.
Oh, so you had to go for
I
it.
had to dive deep in there to find this shit, but that's
man.
okay. I feel like we're like looking for sympathy too much here. Not at all what I'm trying to do.
I am. Maybe Aiden's not.
But let's leave Don Bubble in the past.
All right, let's talk about Rogue.
It's in the past.
Let's talk about Roguey Rogue.
Let's preview Rogue, bitch. That's so Bridgerton.
Oh, stop it.
That's so Bridgerton.
Directed by Ben
Chesel's back, baby.
From The Devil's Cord.
Correct, and written by Kate Herron and Bryony Redman.
So it's two writers.
Two writers combined
One's
to make
from
one script.
Loki.
Yes.
One's from...
Did some plays and things, I think.
Did some plays and things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But Kate directed Loki. So director on Loki, but writer here. Okay.
Didn't she direct Sex Ed as well?
She did direct on Sex Ed, yeah.
Right, so she's not directing, she's just writing.
She's just writing here.
Is this her first? Oh no, she wrote on Loki.
She directed on Loki.
Alright, but has she written before?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I'd assume so. I don't think you go straight into writing Doctor Who.
And then, well, this is Russell's country, baby. And then this other woman's done some plays.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Probably.
The Doctor and Ruby land in 1813, where guests at a duchess's party are being murdered, and a mysterious bounty hunter called Rogue is about to change the Doctor's life forever. 44 minutes long. It's the Bridgerton episode.
Oh my, Bridgerton.
Yes.
Oh, this is so Bridgerton.
So, Bridgerton, how are we feeling going into Rogue?
Oh dear. Get ready for this.
Mr. Negative's back.
Look, I've always said this. I've always said that I'm not very keen about this episode. This kind of time period just doesn't really interest me. That being said, I thought the Next Time trailer looked a bit naff, but I did like the TV trailer that came out, and I did enjoy the clips that have come out. I think the costumes look awesome.
Yeah.
I think, I love these like wide lenses where we get on the full room in the frame.
All the dancing and all
the
that.
dancing, the choreography.
Yeah.
It does look a bit wacky with all there's like an owl and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that stuff looks a bit silly, but
I don't know how I'm going to feel about that bit.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I'm most excited for is to see, and I'm not even necessarily like seeing a lot of stuff that he's in. I've seen him in one film, but I know Jonathan Groff is huge in the theatre world. Mm-hmm. He's in Hamilton?
Did Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah, so I know people really love him. And I feel like he's the kind of guy who wouldn't just pick to do something unless it was good.
Yeah.
So that's given me a little bit of hope.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to come down here and feel like I've just shit in something like twice in 2 weeks, but I do think I'm going to be enjoying it a lot more than Dot and Bob. I think I can find stuff to enjoy about it. I don't know what it's about, and I think that's exciting, and that's exactly how I want to go into it, not really knowing what it's about.
I love it. Love it, mate. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
The clips look good too. I thought it was.
I actually haven't seen anything.
One was just two blokes walking. But I was like, okay, this looks kind of cool.
To be honest, the moment all the reactions and stuff started coming into last week, I turned off Doctor Who.
Yeah,
I've not been looking at anything.
I have been the same. I've been very. It kind of took away the fun a little bit.
Yeah, it did, which is a shame.
Anyway, how you feeling about?
But we're feeling fun.
We're feeling good now. Yeah. How you feeling about it?
Good. No, I like the only thing I have seen was obviously the Next Time trailer that was attached to the episode, which I thought maybe looked a little worse than the stuff we've seen.
Yeah.
From it in other
Yeah,
trailers
I get
and stuff. But that doesn't matter. Next Time trailers.
A wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
CGI bird.
Yay.
So you were touching on the costumes. I think the costumes, all that looks awesome. I'm excited for the Doctor and Ruby to be on an adventure.
Yeah.
Because a great thing for Dot and Bubble, like I love seeing the Doc just like on an adventure. Like I feel like the Devil's Cord and Boom are very like emotionally rich episodes, and you don't get like the fun based on a normal adventure.
It's fun, yeah.
And then we didn't obviously have that in 73 Yards, and then we sort of got that a little bit on the 2-camera stuff in Dot and Bubble. And I was like, damn, he's actually really good as just like a fun doc as well, not just as like a really emotional doc. So I'm hoping we get to see a bit more of that. We have seen him cry in the trailer again. So
I can't believe this.
We could have
this is getting ridiculous.
a lot of crying doc, but that's okay.
I think Troy made a really good tweet, and it kind of just shadowed what I said, where it's like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm really not trying to be that guy to say like, how dare he cry? I think it's great. But literally, if we, except for 73 Yards, which he's in for about 2 seconds, he's cried in every episode.
Yeah.
And I just think it really takes away from the emotional impact when there's a scene where he does cry. That's all I'll say about that. But
we're being positive.
But yeah,
we're being positive.
I've got a positive to say.
Yeah, go on.
I think in the trailer there's a line where Rogue says that they've got a bounty to pick up. But I think it's a bit of a trailer misconception where it's like you think it's going to be about the Doctor, but it's probably going to be about the creatures, or maybe the other way around. You think it's about the creatures, but it's for the Doctor.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
There's a few quotes out there and stuff from Russell, and I mean they always say this kind of stuff, but this one's a little bit different. Where they say this episode is like the big test for the Doctor and Ruby. So something's going to push these characters maybe against each other. Who knows? Do you think maybe the bounty?
Bridgerton.
Maybe the bounty is Ruby. And that connects to like the ongoing plot or something.
Yeah, I did see a Russell quote that said that this episode will change the Doctor's life forever.
Yeah, what's that about?
I have a sneaky suspicion and a theory that it is Pride Month. Coincidence? I think not. I reckon we'll see our first ever well, no, not first ever because Jack kissed the Doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though.
Well, big smooch with
I think
Rogue.
I've even put a bet on this that if it doesn't happen, I will attempt a front flip on grass at Park.
Yeah.
That's in my T's and C's. But that's how confident I am about it. I think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that could be a big change in his life. That's probably going to happen, and the change is bringing me something completely different. But I'm excited to see whatever that is. It's the last episode before the 2-part final.
Yeah,
so I
so-
hope we get a bit of.
Sort of the last episode of the
Hype.
week.
Also, no snow in Salt and Bubble.
Yeah, I did pick up on that.
No snow.
Which was probably for the best because we've had a lot of just Ruby going, my mum.
I can
and
make
it
it
snows.
snow. I used to be able to make it snow. Yeah, I think we'll definitely see the return of the snow this week.
Will we get a cliffhanger?
I hope so.
Cliffhanger for the finale?
I hope so.
Well,
I
2-part.
think this episode could have like a Villa Diodati kind of vibe to it.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, like a
I don't know why I got
like
that kind of vibe.
subtly like it's its own episode, but also massively
Yes.
sets up the finale.
I think it could have some kind of vibe like that. That's kind of my theory. I could be completely wrong. I'm excited about it. I just hope I don't get too distracted and annoyed by the owls and the.
Yeah.
I think the designs look cool. I just
Yeah.
think it looks a bit silly. This whole wedding thing. I don't know what this is about.
Wedding.
A wedding. It's weird because I love Girl on the Fireplace, and that's kind of similar times.
It is, yeah.
So I don't know why I'm.
I
being
love
a
the
bit of-
time period that they've got this
So
set.
have you seen Bridgerton?
Prior to about a week ago, no, but because there's a new season out, so my partner has been watching it,
Yeah, there is a new series out. Yeah.
and she's starting from the start actually, and so I'm like reading, and you know what, Bridgerton, like I'm not like into it, like it's not a show that I'm just like theme wise, it's like a massive romance sex based thing. I'm sure there's other things in there too, guys, but upon the whole, that's what it's known as. So I'm not that keen on watching just like
Sexy time.
gossipy, regal gossip. But visually, it actually looks really nice as a show. And
That's
so,
a Netflix show. I'm sure it looks good.
yeah, but like I'm like reading Dune whilst my partner's watching Bridgerton,
Yeah.
and I'm like just like slowly bringing my book down, just watching the
You're
visuals.
like,
'cause
that's
they-
all right. Yeah, that's
not
that's cool.
Insane cinematography, but the color palette looks really nice, and they do
Yeah.
some cool stuff there.
Look, it's a trend, I think, and I think at least they're acknowledging it. There's literally 2 lines about Bridgerton, so
And I think a big thing in Bridgerton that it's known for is that in the background they quite often have like violin like orchestra versions of present day songs. So like at all the party scenes at the dances, they might be fucking playing Swedish House Mafia, but it's like
right.
but
so,
like on
so
the
it's
violin.
modern songs that are being done on like an orchestra.
Yeah, like sounding like they were played.
that's
back
pretty
then.
cool.
Um,
That's pretty cool.
which made me think.
Did you hear Viva La Vida?
Dun, dun, dun,
That would be
dun,
kinda cool.
dun, dun. Which made me think, maybe we'll get a bit of that because we're seeing the ball and the dancing, but also Doctor Who licensed music. They're not friends together.
No, but there's a jukebox in the TARDIS that's literally collecting dust.
Yeah, I'm so mad that we've not had that yet, but that's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Other thing I thought, and I'd be so down for this, is what if they like get in, they start go to the ball, and they're like, and let's have a royal wedding, and they start playing the violin
Dun,
thing,
dun, dun,
and they
dun.
start doing, they go, that's
cool.
And then the titles
I
come in
thought we
from
were
there.
going to see more of that because Murray made a big deal out of.
Well, we've had 2 different versions.
Well, there's one.
Well, there's one different version and one no version where they didn't have the title sequence.
Is that what you? So there's a Devil's Court, but what's the other one? Just the 73 yards.
73 yards not
Just
having
nothing.
one.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe we'll have a bit of like a.
I'd like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd like
be
that.
sick.
Yeah, I think this could be a good surprise for me. I think again, I've been very open about not loving that time period. I'm not a huge period-based fan of Doctor Who episodes. I've never been a fan of them. It's not like Shakespeare Code or something like that. Those episodes just never stick out to me because
love
I just don't like that kind of time period. But I'm very interested to see what this whole Rogue thing is going. And the episode's named after him, so I think the performance and the character could be really cool. I would love them to set up a character that can come back every series.
That'd be nice, yeah.
A new Captain Jack. I think, again, the things that have got me excited is stuff like that. The fact Jonathan Groff agreed to do it. The 2 ladies writing it, I think, is going to be a cool thing. It's girl power. I'm there for it.
Yeah.
I think, I haven't watched Loki, but from what I've heard, it's apparently a standout of all the
Looks quite nice.
Marvel Netflix show.
Yeah.
Marvel Disney Plus shows.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things. So that I'm there for. I think they could have cooked some really good up here. I just hope it does lead into the final a little bit. I hope it is. I hope it can be fun. I hope it's a good adventure and to be honest, what is upsetting is this is going to be our last adventure with just the Doctor and Ruby before it goes into the final, and then we have a new companion joining us next series.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like our last.
let's enjoy this dynamic whilst we have it.
The dynamic will be there before the final, which I think when it's a final, it's like it's so hectic. You can
they'll probably get split up.
You know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm hoping that's my big hope is we just go back to what we got and think what you want of Space Babies. But I feel like we've really lost throughout the season just that kineticness of having those two characters together.
No, I get that.
Just because we've had great episodes like 73 Yards where they're not together, and that's fine, that works. Then we got Dot and Bubble last week where once again we don't see that side of them. So I think it'll be great to have a bit more fun there.
I really wish we had one more season with just them two, but it is what it is.
It's one of those things where I'm actually sort of like, yeah, maybe a 10 episode season wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Oh, Aiden's changed his mind.
I know.
Particularly with the whole sex ed filming thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's just eating away at it, I think.
Yeah, I think you can just really tell, and particularly having them back to back, I think it just like I think it sticks out like a sore thumb a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm sure their thinking was probably like, let's just get them out the way in the same 2 weeks.
Maybe, yeah.
And
once we've set them up, give them a few episodes,
give them 2 episodes. So yeah, I am really looking forward to this being an episode that kind of packs a punch. It can be fun and also a bit wickedly talented. I'm actually I'm more excited than I thought it would be. Those clips kind of sold me, and the TV spot definitely sold me. I think the next Sun trailer put me off, but the rest of the stuff has been really cool.
I think I lost my excitement after the Next Time trailer, and then everything over the weekend that happened.
Yes, I totally get that.
And then I feel like today we sat down, and I feel like like Ted Lasso, where they throw stuff into the fire and it gets rid of the curse. I feel like the first half of the podcast, it's a great episode. I feel like that's what we just did. We got all the demons. We put them in the fire. All our Dot and Bubble thoughts, they're flying up to the sky for us never to address again until we do our end of season wrap episode. But never mind. And now we can move on. And I'm feeling good.
Live stream on Friday.
Now we're talking about Rogue, and I'm feeling good about Rogue.
I'll say this as well. I've heard, so the original idea, Russell was saying that, and by the way, I think I've been too mean and harsh on Russell, so I want to be nice. I've heard him say, so they had the original idea was just that the Doctor was going to be doing this during a party, but they couldn't find out what party that they were going to set it at and like at what time period. So they went through a couple of different ideas, and then they finally found the one they thought would fit the most, which was Regency? Regency kind of period. I think that's a cool thing to bring up.
Yeah, I like
the idea of it being like a party. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're talking about it being people are being murdered in the description here, so I kind of like a bit of like a whodunit whilst there's a party going on. That's fun. I'm a big Knives Out fan.
Yeah, and you kind of see in the episode like Ruby walk into a room with a woman smooching another man. I think there's going to be a little bit of drama. I'm kind of there for it. I think I can enjoy this. I can put on my Bridgerton hat for the day.
Yeah, we're going to become Bridgerton fans for one day and one day only.
And I hope that it brings in the girlies.
Yeah, well, my partner, she said...
well, there you go.
She said she wants to watch the Bridgerton one, and she doesn't like watching Doctor Who.
That's what I mean. I think if it can bring in the girlies, then I'm fine with that. Yeah. And I hope it's good. And I love the show. I feel like I need to... We've had an argument with the show.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm hugging it and saying, I love you.
Put a line through that one. That's okay.
Forget the past.
I'm here to love. Spread love, not hate.
Live, laugh, love.
Carla Sunday credited for this episode.
Aha.
So we're going to have a bit of Carla.
I think this must be the scene from the trailer where she's like, will you keep her safe?
Yeah, surely. Which makes me think like something is going to test these guys, and she's going to be like, I want to go home. So he takes her home to see her parents or something.
Ruby, what's happened?
Yeah. No.
Slams door.
I'm sad.
What's happened? We had a little fight. It's going to be fine.
Rogue got his beep out.
There was this guy called Rogue, and
turned out to be Captain Jack.
Who's that? Just someone from my past. It's funny though, from that scene though, he's wearing the orange jumper.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing the orange jumper that he was wearing in Dot and Bubble and the...
No, I think it's an orange shirt. I think this is so nerdy talk. The scene where he's having coffee with Carla.
I didn't think. Oh,
He's
really?
wearing an orange T-shirt. Why do I know this?
Yeah,
I
why
have
do you know this?
too much hand on my time. Time on my hands is what I mean.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. The episode's not out yet, so I don't know. But
It might not even be from that. It might
not
even be
be.
a scene from that episode.
might be a deleted scene.
But why would he not be wearing the a deleted scene? Yeah, from in the trailer. Well, why would he be wearing the? But surely he'd be wearing the Regency outfit, the red velvet.
Oh, he likes his costume changes. He probably got sweaty throughout Rogue, and then
So they had a fight. They get in the TARDIS. He changes, which would take a while,
Yeah.
and then he
probably got a bit hot and sweaty when he was giving a big smooch to Rogue. So he
True.
thought he'd have to change his
Things were
fit.
getting hot and heavy. He's like, hang on a minute, before I drop you home, I want to change.
Yeah, I've got to change the fit.
Time for a costume change.
Okay, Connor, this is the fun time for the week. Okay.
Oh, crystal ball predictions.
That's it. I want yes or no or simple answers to these questions, mate.
Okay.
So while we predict, we go ooh on our crystal balls. We're gonna predict it. I love your crystal ball hands, man. Look at that.
Oh, stop it, you.
This is a fortune teller in the making.
Thank you.
Far out.
I sense nothing but good things in the future.
Okay, so we all know
Yep.
as soon as the photos and stuff of Jonathan Groff coming out to the show, we all know popular theory. Jonathan Groff is playing Captain Jack.
Yeah.
So what I want to know, Connor, is Rogue actually Captain Jack?
I'm going to say no.
No way.
And I really hate it if he is.
He's not Captain Jack.
I really don't think so. Someone made a joke. I don't know if it was a joke. It was kind of true. It's like John Barrowman's been way too quiet lately, if it was true. So I guess that's a good point.
Some of the dialogue, he has a similar voice though, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely. I think it is. I think it's definitely going for what worked before.
Yeah.
It's definitely going for that. He's American. He's a swashing young man. He is, with respect, probably gay or at least bisexual. So I think it's definitely going to be the character again, just by a different actor.
Has dark hair.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Same as Jack.
Yep.
Just same.
I think it literally is just like Jack 2.0.
Yeah.
But a new
Yeah.
character.
Was it Copy My Homework, but make it a bit different?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Jack from Wish because I think his character could be really cool. Rogue. So,
So from Timu then.
From what, sorry?
Timu.
From Timu?
Timu.
What's Timu?
It's like the new Wish.
Is it?
Yeah. Do you know have adverts come up
No.
on Facebook all the time?
No.
Timu. Buy this shirt that a lot of poor people in sweatshops made.
Right, yeah, and you get it and it feels like cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like red bubble, whatever.
So I agree. Rogue is not Jack. Will the Doctor and Rogue kiss?
Yes. Well, I've got a bet on it.
You do.
I sure as hell hope so. And it's Pride Month. I think that's a good lineup. It could be
Yeah.
a coincidence, but I think not.
I to be honest, really want to focus on the Doctor and Ruby's relationship in this episode. But I do think there's a big chance that they're going to go for the kiss.
It could just be like a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know.
They need to start dating in the episode.
No.
No.
He's got a wife. God damn it.
God damn it.
I guess he still does. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, so
cares
I think they probably will kiss as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we will. I think we'll see it. I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
Speaking of kissing,
Yeah.
will Ruby share a kiss with anyone?
I heard a while ago someone say it was like it's confirmed that Ruby Sunday's bisexual, but I never saw an official source.
Yeah, I think I've heard something about that as well, but I don't know.
I never saw an official source. Will Ruby Sunday just kiss anybody? I don't know.
Yeah, just a kiss in general.
I don't know.
Will we kiss?
Will you and I on Rogue? It seems
Yeah.
like if it's the kissing episode, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? If it's
Let's
the
spread
kissing
the love.
episode, I don't know. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
Do you think I'd be a good kisser?
I don't know. I don't know.
When you see these lips, what do you think?
I don't know.
Look at them.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Nicole. I don't know.
That's true. Okay.
Jesus Christ. It's Pride Month, baby. Let's spread the joy.
How many times will the word Bridgerton be said in the episode?
3
Yeah, I'm going to say 3.
or 4, maybe.
That was what I was going to say. 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Yeah.
Because we've heard it twice, and I reckon there'll be like a final when they're going back onto the TARDIS.
That was so.
Bridgerton.
Oh, it's so cringe, but I can
So
see
Bridgerton.
it. That was so Bridgerton. Yeah, that was very Bridgerton.
Will Rogue be the main villain of the episode? This is my final question.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I hope not, because I do want to see him rock up. I can see him being maybe a little bit of an anti-hero. Maybe. He's chasing the Yankee dollar, which is exactly what?
The Yankee dollar.
Yeah, he's chasing the Yankee dollar, exactly like what Jack was. It literally is Jack. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Jack was a bounty hunter. Well, not really. He was like a con man,
Yeah, he was a cold man.
but he was doing it for the money. So I think that I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
I feel like there's a twist.
There's always a twist at the end.
I think he's sort of portrayed so far as a bit of a spooky character. And if people are dying, you're always just going to be...
People are dying,
People are dying. You need that on the sound pad.
Yeah. Just a 10-second loop.
People are going to be pointing fingers at him from the start. And so if there's a bit of a murder mystery at this Bridgerton party, I feel like it'll be too obvious for it to be the bounty hunter.
Yeah, it's the owls, mate.
Just the owls, those fucking owls.
I don't know.
Do you like owls?
My mum came in my room the other day. She was like, I just seen an owl upstairs. And I was like, wow. I've never seen one in Australia. Well, no, I probably have, but...
You ever say, cool story, bro, needs more owls and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did need more owls and shit. Owl, like Hedwig, you know?
Dead now, of course.
Yeah, so sad.
That is very sad.
I do love owls. Yeah. So I don't know if I like them in Doctor Who. I don't know if I like big walking, talking owls.
Do you think they'll turn their head all the way around?
I think they'll go, woohoo.
That would be spooky though. If the owl turns its head like full 180 to look behind it
Is it an owl or does it just look like that?
in the trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've not really watched it.
Okay.
I was too busy crying.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't see it through my tears.
But yeah, that's all my questions.
Yeah, you answered them all?
I answered them all as we went. Yeah, to
Good,
save
'cause
you
I
having to
forgot.
squint across the.
That's my fault.
But yeah, guys, that's our show for today. Onwards and upwards, I say. Little blip on the radar last week, but we're going to be having a blast.
Let's hope we don't piss off an entire fan base next week.
Watch
This
us
week with
watch
Rogue.
us love Rogue, and everyone will be like, "What the fuck? How can you be consistent?"
If you be consistent. If you loved Rogue, then you missed the point.
Why are you so easily to please?
If you didn't like Rogue, it's because you're not an owl.
We're just teasing you guys. We do love the interaction and the fact that you guys did care enough about our opinion to get like talking down below that stuff. It does mean a lot. There was just a lot of it. It was we're not asking you to stop bloody commenting or anything like that. So yeah, love it. Love our chats, Con. Little Doctor
Me
Who
too.
chats.
And I'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Kind of looking forward to it.
I am now. I seriously feel like it's behind us.
I did need a deep breath, I think.
Weekend was a write off, and now we've put all that stuff in the
Yeah.
fire. We've moved on.
Let's hope
I
this
found
week is
my
not.
found my landmine zen.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Shall we dance, Ruby?
I do like that.
Best line in the episode.
Shall we dance to the outro?
It's Aidan's and Connor's podcast.
They're doing Doctor Who reviews. This is the intro.
Doing the Rogue intro.
Doctor Who reviews. Can you click with both fingers? This one's really loud. Right's really loud. Left is not as loud.
Let me test that. All right, this is my right.
Yep.
This is my left.
Yeah,
Oh.
see? One's really loud. One's just kind of half.
Why is that?
But some people can do it. Yeah, some people can do it really loud on both. I don't know. Obviously, this is like you're right-handed, so it's a more consistent hand. It's more trained.
What kind of content do our audience want right now?
They want us to be more consistent.
Clicking. Yeah, more clicking.
Let your clicks be more consistent.
All right, folks. See you Saturday.
All right.
Yes.